Tastes like black coffee. All right, my prep update for you guys. We are week 10, going into week 11 of this prep, this pro debut prep. I work with Mark Tomanak. He is my coach. He's out of Ohio. I really like Mark. He's been with me for the last 3 years, and I'm really liking what we're working with. So the updates that I have for you guys, I don't really know what my weight was last time I checked in with y'all, but I've got this little bad boy. This is actually, my Fitness Pal is how I've been tracking my progress since 2013. I have like photos on here from all the way back then, and even from some of my first competition preps. So the last video I was 176-ish. No, because Battle of Texas happened. So 172, 175. I weighed in this morning at 164.2. That is a new low for me, so that was super cool. Last week, my check-ins, we'd actually made the most progress. Like, that was my most productive week of prep. He didn't change anything last week. The week prior to, he had increased my cardio about 330 calories. So I'm doing 5 days a week, 330 calories. Burned cardio, and then he did lower my food some. We are still on over-the-counter supplements, still on the Morpho Burn, which I will be on throughout my prep. It is a stim-free fat burner, just kind of helps with metabolism. I do the Yohimbe fasted right before my cardio on days that I do fasted cardio. I try to do fasted cardio the majority of the time. I prefer it. I do find that for some reason I'm able to get it done a little faster than fed cardio. And L-carnitine. I'm taking L-carnitine 3 times a day with my highest carb meals. The 3 meals that I have carbs in. There's 2 meals that have little to no carbs. So yeah, those are the updates. I'm down, I guess, about 10 pounds. No, maybe like 8 pounds since the last update. We did have a talk, so this is my first prep with Mark. And that being said, I have questions, right? Like any athlete would or should. And one of my questions this week to him was, knowing this is our first prep, everybody's asking, Clarissa, what's your show day? What's your next show day going to be like? When is the show, right? When is the show? When's the pro debut? And I've told everybody I don't know, because I don't know. So I asked Mark, and he was honest with me, which I really appreciate. I told him, I'd love to do the shows in April 5, whether it's Tri-City or the Triple O. Both of those shows could mean a lot to me in one way or the other. I have family in Georgia who I could stay with in Valdosta. My aunt lives out there, so having family, right? That's a bird. I also know a couple athletes who've done that show before. I've reached out to the promoter in the past, mostly just thanking them for having figure, because the figure be getting cut a lot lately. The Triple O, I would also love to do because of what it stands for and why it exists. The Arnold cut figure, women's physique, women's bodybuilding out 2022. And when they implemented the Triple O, I was like, that's freaking awesome. I want to do that show. I would have loved for that show to be my pro debut, for speaking honestly. Everything is together. The venue, the hotel, the tanning, it's all in the same place. Mesa, Arizona is gorgeous. You have bigger names promoting this, so you also have a lot of draw as an athlete when it comes to swag and prestige, I guess, too. So doing the Triple O would have been really cool. So I told him that, hey, if we, that's kind of where I'm at. And he was honest with me. He's like, honestly, we probably have 20 plus pounds still to lose. I was like, fudge, 20 pounds still. I'm down probably 18 total. So that would make my total weight loss 40 something pounds. But Another thing he said is he doesn't know what my stage weight is. We've never worked together. My last stage weight was 146. I got second place. I was not lean enough. Looking at those show day photos, knowing I wasn't lean enough, tells me even though we've put on muscle, I need to be potentially 146 or less, because I've never been lean. Like, I know it's crazy to say because everybody looks at me like, they look amazing. But looking at who's winning shows and who's at the Olympia and what they're awarding, I wasn't lean enough. So that being said, I'm going to be the most peeled I've ever been in my life, which means potentially weighing the least. So yeah, he was honest. He's like, I honestly don't think that we'll be ready. And it kind of hurts to hear, but I'm not here to do a show. I'm here to do well at a show, or shows, plural. So even though those might not be applicable this year, that's cool. There's always other shows and there's always other years. So I'm not too hurt about it, trying to keep my head up. When you get too tied down into a show emotionally, it can stress you out. I have no reason to be stressed about not doing a show that is hopefully still going to be there at some point. And, you know, they say the stage is always there. Well, for IFBB figure, that's not true. It's going to play it by ear. Like I said, I just want to do well. Love to place top 10. I worked with Rhea on 2 routines, a prejudging routine and a finals routine. And I'd really just like to show those off, one way or the other. Did have one question on my Instagram. I put up a prep Q&A questionnaire. And bless Fior, he asked me one question. He said, how are you feeling about this prep? The pros, the cons, the mid feelings. So how I'm feeling about this prep, I'm feeling good. I obviously do feel a little disappointed that we might not be ready for the shows in April. I kind of knew that going into it. I kind of knew that I was going to need more time. My last prep was between 24 and 26 weeks. When we started this prep, if I were to do those shows, I was only going to get about 21 to 22 weeks. So I had already sort of felt behind. The pros, what am I feeling good about this prep? Ooh, that shape though, man. I'm feeling good about my shape. I'm feeling real good about my shape. The cons, I'm feeling real small. The muscle is there, but it's just like real flat. And I told you guys that was going to happen, and it happened 100%. That's fine. Like, we still haven't implemented as many things as we could, so it's fine. I'm good. The mid feelings, what am I feeling mid about? I don't know, like the weather. The weather could be warmer. I'm having to do my cardio in real cold, but the weather could be hot too. So I'll take it, because by the time I'm hustling, I'm sweating, and I'm not dying, like, sweat-wise, so I'll live with the weather. It's a little stressful waking up in the morning and being, like, not sure if you have water or not, but I did, and it came back. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. So yeah, that was the one question, and I hope I answered that. Well, I had my own posing session with Rhea Gayle. I never want to be that person that thinks she has nothing more to learn. Rhea Gayle is a top 5 Olympian. She has been someone I've looked up to for a very, very long time. When I lived in Houston, she was in Houston. I moved back up here. She moved back here. I'm not saying she followed me, but just kidding. But it was really good to have somebody look at my routine. So I've been working on this routine for the last 3 years, and it's changed a lot. And I feel like it's changed a lot. And there are things that I wanted someone else's opinion on that was outside of my inner circle. Having her look it over, and there was just some things that she was able to help me kind of trim down, fix a little bit. And now that she's given me this stuff to work on, I'm like, oh, this is like, it's gotten realer, like knowing that I'm going to have to do this on stage in front of judges. The routine isn't a huge portion of your score. Honestly, a lot of people don't think it's judged at all, but it's for me, and I want it to be as good as it can. I'm just swimming through this as best I can. I'm really grateful for all the support that I have throughout this prep. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for being here and listening. Till next time, hopefully I have more updates for you sooner. We'll see you on the next one.